Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? I know on Friday I didn't make a Fun Stuff Friday and I kind of made it like a Monday commentary, and I'm sorry for that. I just had to get something off my chest. I was just expressing my opinions on a possible future update, and that's about it for that. So this Monday, since you already know what I'm doing, since you know about all what's on my mind, I'm just going to tell you guys a story about something that I found funny. It wasn't recently, but it was just something I thought I'd share with you guys. Now, right now I'm just doing some flask making in Edgeville. I'm going to do these Party Pete court summons after I finish these flasks. So, that's about all I'm doing right now. Not doing anything big in game. I've been collecting rocks for the statue, I've been doing fish flingers, and I've been doing Torstal seed herb runs because it's actually making me some profit. So after that, I'm just going to be hanging out. I'm waiting for the update to see if fish flingers is a trimmed or regular comp requirement, and we'll see. But until then, I'm just relaxing, having fun. You know what I've been doing recently. I say through Twitter, I say through whatever I find. So you guys know what I've been doing. But anyways, as I'm making these flasks, I'll tell you the story. Now, I'm going to start it off with, have you guys ever had a bad date? Now, I don't know if, people will agree that they've had a bad date, or they've had a girlfriend and they went on a bad date, or they did something stupid, or anything. So share your bad date after you listen to my story in the comments below, because I'd like to hear some funny stories as well. Don't make them up. Please tell me genuine stories, because I could tell if a story is made up. Obviously, if your grandma's being wheelchaired down a mountain and a cat runs by and you jumped in front of the cat and you saved the cat's life and you stopped your grandma and then you kissed the fucking dream girl, obviously you're making it up. So anyways, my story is, I went on this date. I actually met this girl at a party. Okay, so I met her at a freshman college party, and it was like a foam party. If you don't know what a foam party is, it's we were in a street. It's not really supposed to be in a street. It's supposed to be in like a gymnasium, and they're supposed to fill the place with foam, and foam's supposed to be everywhere, and little pools of foam. And well, my school did a really bad job of making a foam party, and it was in a freaking parking lot, and in the parking lot there was just like a little bit of foam in a tub, and that's it. And that was it. There was not like foam everywhere. Your clothes weren't getting ruined. It was just foam in a little kiddie tub, as if we were like 5 years old. So anyways, that's all I have to say about that. But the foam party was terrible. But I ended up meeting this girl, and we were dancing, and she actually took my phone out of my pocket and put her number in my phone. And I didn't know her name, which is kind of bad. I know that sounds really stupid, and I really hate hooking up and stuff like that now. Like, I think about it, now, and I hate, that, because I had like a year or two where I just hooked up with people because I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. So I was not used to that kind of being with girls, so I just hooked up with a lot, like that, and it really does suck. I mean, it does make you think after a while, and now I'm just looking for more of a relationship. So, but anyways, back to the story. I didn't know the girl's name, so I put it in my phone, Party Girl 1, and that is pretty bad. But anyway, I texted her the next day. I was like, "Do I know you?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, we met. I gave you my number at the party, blah blah blah. You were cool." Okay, I was like, "Okay, whatever." And I was like, "What's your name?" Because I didn't know, and I put her actual name in my phone. But anyways, I thought she was from my school, and it turns out she wasn't from my school. She was going to college in Australia in like a month or two, and I was like, "Wow, well, that's pretty extreme." She was like a giant, environmentalist and stuff like that, and she was like really big into animals, which is really cool. Do your thing. So she wanted to go to Australia and rescue all these animals and work at zoos and stuff like that. So that's cool. So she went to Australia. Now she's in Australia, and I don't really talk to her at all. But anyways, she texted me one week and she was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out, or you want to go somewhere?" So I was like, "Sure. I mean, I'll take you want to go to the movies or anything?" She's like, "Yeah, definitely, sure." So this is where the bad date goes. First of all, it's a 40-minute drive to get to her house because she lives on the other side of the island, and I live on the east side, and she lived on the west side. So I had to drive all the way to the other side of the island, and pick her up. And first of all, her house was in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't find her house, even with like a GPS, like it's telling me to turn down all the wrong roads. So I'm getting lost, I'm getting frustrated. I end up finding her house. She gets to the car. She looked good, she wasn't a bad-looking girl, and she just had this like perky personality. And anyways, we get to the movie theater, and it's really early. Okay, so we get there, and we're gonna see, I think, what's that movie? The Town with Ben Affleck, and they rob the whatever. And we went to go see that, and the movie started at like 10, and we got there at like 9, so we had an hour to kill. So I said, you know what, let's just buy the tickets now. Obviously, I treated her because I'm a gentleman. I went up to the thing, I bought 2 tickets, and I gave her ticket, and she put it in her pocketbook, and I put mine in my pocket, or my wallet. And I said, what do you want to do for an hour? We have an hour to kill. We want to just walk around because we were in like the main town where the movie theater was, and there was a lot to see. So she's like, sure, let's walk around. We'll do stuff. So we're holding hands and we're just walking down whatever this is. I guess we'll call it the city. So we were walking down the city, even though it's not New York City. It was just the city of the town. And we're walking the city, and we end up going to Starbucks. Now, this is where, like, the date gets absolutely, like, miserable. I treated her to Starbucks as well. I bought her whatever drink she wanted. I didn't buy anything because I'm not a really big coffee drinker or anything like that. I could have got a vanilla bean thing, but whatever. So I got her own, like, drink, okay? And not only does, like, she get the drink for free, but, like, we're walking, and she hit a curb or something, and she spilled it, like, all over my shoes. So I got, like, coffee and stuff all over my, like, shoes, bottom of my pants. And it's just terrible. And she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm trying not to, like, flip out because I look decent, I'm on a date, whatever. And I'm just trying to, like, and I bought her the drink and she spilled it on me, which is like a slap in the face, like 3 times over. So I was just like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, I really don't mind. I don't, it's no big deal. Just, let's get some napkins, clean it up and clean up the street and get out of here. So that happens, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is terrible. This is like such a bad time. Like I have coffee all over me. Like 30 more minutes to kill before this movie. So we're just walking around, we're talking, and this girl liked to talk. Now I'm not saying that because I love to talk as well. As you know, I can go on for however long in commentaries, but she loved to talk about what she was interested in, even if I didn't have a care in the world. And obviously, girls do that, or even guys do that, and you have to pretend you listen if you're trying to be with a significant other. So I'm listening and I'm just trying to, pretend to be involved because, you don't want to sound like you hate what they're saying or boring. You just go, yeah, that's really cool and stuff like that, and you kind of just like shrug it off. But I'm listening to her. She's telling me the story about this like crazy animal, and I'm like, it's not even a good story. Like, it was about like the animal being like muzzled and stuff like that because it was barking so much, and it wasn't even like interesting. It was just like, okay, so a dog was like being a dog, and you put a muzzle on it. Or something like that. And I was just like, this story is so boring. But anyways, besides her terrible stories, besides her non-stop talking, I really didn't have anything that I was interested in talking to her about because she was just like going on and on. So if you're a girl or if you're a guy and you're listening to this, let your significant other talk every now and then about something and just pretend you like what they're interested in because they'll like you more. Anyway, obviously don't pretend, but like, pretend at that moment. But then, if you guys are actually dating or you guys are, doing something more, actually be truthful because that's the key to anything. But anyways, now here's where the date gets absolutely terrible. Now, we finally killed enough time, and thank God, I was ready to see the movie. I actually just wanted to see the movie now. Like, I don't want to fool around with her. I just want, after she spilled coffee on me and everything, I just wanted to see the movie. So, we get to the movie theater, and she goes into her pocketbook, and she goes, oh my god, I lost my ticket. And right at that moment is when I just wanted to slap this girl in the face. And I've never, I don't hit girls, obviously. I'm not, like that. And I don't ever, say that out loud. I never curse at a girl. But in my head, I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you fucking stupid? Like, that's all I'm thinking in my head. And I'm like, did you really? And she's like, yeah, I can't find it anywhere. It's not in my, I was like, check your pockets, checked everywhere. It's not there. So she lost a ticket. First of all, like, movie tickets aren't cheap. They're like $10, $12. And I bought 2 of them. Obviously, one for me and one for her. So that's like $25, $30. I don't know what I spent. But, on this movie. And I ended up having to buy her another ticket. She's like, no, it's okay. I'll buy it. I was like, no, it's fine. So I literally just bought her another ticket. And that's ridiculous. So I bought 3 tickets to the movie. So I could have took another whole girl to the movie instead of just buying her another ticket. But anyways, I was nice and I bought her another ticket and we watched the movie. And on the way home, now this is where the date just got like out of hand. Because after the movie, which, she didn't, I had to buy 2 tickets for her. After that, we went to, I was dropping her back off at her house, and we're going back, and this is what happens. We see like a wild dog in the thing. I told you she was into wildlife, and she was into like, saving animals and stuff like that. She made me stop my car, get out, and she tried to just like lure this dog over to her to make sure it was okay. And like, I'm so for that. I rescue all my animals in my house. I rescue, my mom works at the Guide Dog Foundation. I'm very into animals, but you don't just pull random stray dogs and cats off the thing and just make sure they're okay. They could be infected, they could have rabies. You just don't do that. And she literally made me stop my car. Like, if I didn't stop, she might have just punched me in my head until I stopped. And I had a full stop, pull over to the side, and she literally got out. And for 45 minutes, I'm watching this girl just, like, lure this dog over. And by the way, it ran away. She didn't even get to tell if it was okay. So we got in the car, and I dropped her off at home. And then I had to drive a 40-minute drive home. And it was just, like, the worst date ever. And I'll never forget that because it was from a girl I met at a party. And I had no really, like, interest in, like, dating her or anything like that. I just wanted to, go out, have some fun. and it turned out to be the worst date I've ever had in my life. And I'll just never forget that, because you lose your ticket, you spill coffee on me, and you made me stop 45 minutes for you to make a dog run away. Now that was just like blown out of the water. That's something that you could have a date that bad. Now, if you guys have any bad dates, or you guys have anything funny to share with me, please comment below, because I'm really interested in reading your crazy stories. And once again, don't make it up. Be genuine. Actually tell me a real story. If you don't have a real story, just comment anything else. But just if you have a story to tell me below. I would love to hear your crazy date stories, because I don't know if anything could top mine. I had coffee spilled on me. I had to buy 2 movie tickets just for her, and I stopped 45 minutes to watch a dog run away. And that's pretty much it. So I don't know if you guys can get worse than that, but I thought I'd share you guys some stories. Let me know if you actually like story time, because I could turn Mondays into stories, and I could turn Mondays, because obviously Mondays are update Mondays, and I know I've just been standing here in game. I haven't really been able to focus on this because I've been telling the story. But let me know if you guys like the concept of telling you a story on Monday about real life events. I know you guys like, when I tap into the real life vault, but Mondays used to be just for like what I'm doing goal wise, but I tell you guys that in like 1 minute, 2 minutes now, because now I'm completionist cape, and I just do some random things that I want to do. Obviously I'm going for hybrid armors and stuff, and Fridays are more, fun stuff Fridays like always, but that's like what I'm doing normally. So I kind of could switch it up. I can make Mondays a story time, or like a RuneScape story time, anything you want. So comment a topic of story you'd like below if you like this kind of storytelling Monday commentary. So let me know below what you think about a story, and tell me what you thought about my ex story, or my date story, and comment your crazy date story below. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Later, everyone.